we're here to shoot all of the new Flagship Bowtech bows that are unreleased. They're going to be released on December 14th. So when you're watching this video, they are out. You can come to the bow and arrow shop right now, shoot them, try them out, and maybe go home with a new bow. But we have been given the chance to get in here, film the bows, so you guys get to see them right out the gate and learn some information about them and see if you might be interested. So let's go ahead and head in the shop, shoot these new bows. I'm excited. Look how you want it to.
You get
This is before the hunt, right?
be in spot and then start.
Pretty light too, huh?
So we got 4 new Bowtechs today. I'm super excited to try them all. It's the 4 new Flagships, and we're going to start with the first one. So Bruce, break down what we're shooting first.
James, first of all, what's the date today?
December 10, which is my birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you, man.
All right.
But that's not why it's a big date. These bows aren't released till the 14th, so when you see this video on the 14th, you can come straight to the bow shop, give them a try, and see if you like any of them, and maybe leave with a new bow. But we're shooting them a few days early, so.
James wants to start off with an 80 pounder while the shoulders are fresh.
Yeah,
Me, I'm an older guy, so I'm thinking, man, I'd like to start with a 60 and work my way up. But here you go, James. So Bowtech finally came out with an 80 pound bow. This one's actually 81 pounds, so it's going to be a lot of same technology as the Revolt X. They've just made the limbs beefier, increased the flex guard, so everybody out there looking for that 80 pounder, now you have it from Bowtech. So technologies are the same as what we did last year on the Revolt X as far as being able to move your cam for tunability, center pivot, which we've already covered, putting the flex or the work of that limb in line with your hand. They've beefed it up a little bit, beefier on the very front and widened the pocket out a little bit more. All metal composite, still the limb lock system. Just cleaned up the bow. It's a really attractive bow, but 80 pounds of pure raw love.
Give her a go. So
Just a little stabilizer on there on all these, just so you can, that's how you're going to shoot it.
I'll tell you what, a lot of guys on the old Instagram are going to be going to the website right away to try to get their hands on this 80-pound hammer, you know.
It actually kind of surprises me. It doesn't feel heavy to me. I mean, I'm not an 80-pound guy. I used to be, but it's actually a pleasant bow to shoot for 80 pounds.
So what is it at? Exactly 80 or like 81?
That's 81 pounds. It's a 33-inch axle to axle, 6.5-inch brace. Stroke's easy. You're on the comfort mode on this.
Hey, once you get this, I don't know if you can hear that, but I hope you guys can hear the audio, because this thing sounds like a gunshot going off here in the shop. It hits hard. And the draw is honestly quite manageable.
I'm a Hoyt guy, but
It like is hard early, but then it's not bad.
did you shoot the new one? The new Hoyt?
And it just very dead, jumps a little, but I mean this bow's hitting with a ton of power, and I like it. I mean personally for me, I could pull this bow and could manage shooting 80 every day. I just don't want to. Matt, you ready for the 80-pound hammer?
Not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It was similar to this color venue, but she just wanted the GPS box to monitor her heart rate and a few basic stuff. So she didn't need
Thank Dom's. Like you said though, it's not a lot to pull. A little bit more on the front, like you said, but really once you start going, I think the technology in it, you don't feel it, but it's but that's good. It hammers for sure.
you've ever getting here. A lot of these players, because they won't wait.
The arrow's gone. Nah, that's a cool bow for sure.
It's going to be an XL, right? So it's Revolt XL. So which that means it's still going to be a 33-inch axle to axle, 6.5-inch, 6 3/4-inch brace. But you're going to be able to go out to 33 inches of draw length. They beefed up the cam a little bit bigger, so your string angle is going to be beautiful for the guy that says, "Hey, I'm a 33-inch draw length, but I don't want to have a 38-inch bow to go hunt with." So this is going to give you the benefit of a 33-inch axle to axle, but top of cam to bottom of cam, you're going to get that string angle that's going to be beautiful for that guy that has a big, long draw length. But smooth bro, this is a 70 pounder, so it's going to be a little bit nicer than that 80, James, but it'll give you an idea of, now we got something for the guy that has just a monster draw cycle.
I tend to like tall bows, so I like a 33, and I'm interested to see if the feel is a lot different with that big cam he's talking about. Feels like a little kid bow compared to the last one. A little long, but
I was up in the trees
That one's got a longer draw length on it right now, set.
yeah, I can feel, what is that, 30?
I think so. I think you're at 30 or 30 and a half right now.
Very smooth draw on this. Got it on the comfort. So tell me what we gain if we flip the disc
Your
to
comfort's going to give you roughly, I'm going to call it, they say 10 feet per second, but what I've been noticing is it's going to be about 9 feet per second gain from comfort to performance. You're going to gain a little bit more load on your draw cycle,
nice.
right? You're going to lose a little bit of dwell,
Yeah.
or valley, if you will. But
And you said the speed gain was about 10?
I'm going to go with 10. That's what Bowtech states.
I've seen you at the turkey tuner.
So nice little shoot.
I'm telling you, I really like this one a lot. I don't know why.
And it was draw length too, right? So even at 29,
felt-
you're still in the efficiency of the bow.
This almost felt better. If this is at 30,
You should be able to tell.
I think it looks like, what, 29 and a half?
31.
That feels actually really good to me for some reason. Like, I almost want to make my draw longer because that felt nice, but I'm impressed. For some reason, I thought this would maybe be like my least favorite of these three, but so far I would say this is probably actually my favorite. This thing shoots super nice.
So if you look
It's
at it,
really good.
keep that up real quick. So here's your 80 pounder, right, that you just shot.
Yeah.
So if you take a look at these
Oh,
two
yeah.
cam sizes.
Yeah.
So on top of the XL, right, the XL, this is the 80 pound, just your Revolt X80. So the XL, it's going to be the same axle to axle, but it's a bigger cam. So when you start talking string angles for that guy that has a 31, 32, 33 inch draw length, the string angle is a big thing, so you don't get knock pinch plus coming to your face.
And by string angle, he means like if your string's like against your face more like this, on a bow like this, or if it's a shorter bow, which we're going to shoot in a bit, it comes in more like this. So you're kind of looking at your peep like more like out rather than like having it steeper. So that's what it means by that. And I personally really like the feel of this. So
Just gives you a little bit more smoothness with
yeah,
that, right?
great bow.
And as long as you're
Look at that
29
group.
up.
Get that group right there. No sight, you know. Come on now, you know. But good bow.
I mean, and everybody knows this, right? Your efficiency of cam, working cam. If you're 29, 29 and a half, 30, 30 and a half, blah, 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 up, it's still a great bow for you. It's when you start getting into your 28s or 27s, you're on the bottom of that cam.
Right. You
Bump
wanna
over
kinda-
to a stick, right.
What do you feel on that? Like, do you kind of want to be like, if you're shooting, you know, say a 32-inch bow, do you kind of want to be like top 25% of the length, would you say? Like
I would say half up.
half and up?
Yeah, I think, and Bowtech makes some cool bows because they have also a short draw bow, right?
Yeah.
For that guy that's going to tap, and I think that bow taps out at 28 and a half inch max on the draw.
Yeah.
So if you get someone with a 27 and a half, 28 inch draw, dude, they're at the top part of that cam, so they're getting the most efficiency out of that cam work.
And you would say the same with poundage, right? Probably top half of the
Yeah,
poundage.
I mean, I see a lot of guys, I need a, you know, and I'm glad you said that,
Yeah.
because here's what I can see. I want this 80 pounder, and I see them a year later, and they're in
Shooting
70 pounds, and it's like, dude, your efficiency is not good, but 5 and up, yeah, that's a great point.
So if you're gonna get the 80-pound bow, you need to pull at least 75. Okay.
For efficiency.
Don't buy the 80 and shoot 71 pounds.
Well, that way you can tell your buddies you're pulling an 80 pound bow.
Yeah, just call Bowtech, order the stickers that say 80, and just put them on your 70-pound bow. That's the cheat code. All right, what do we got next, buddy?
This is a hot rod little smooth butter bow. It really shocks me.
The
So
label's clean.
they came out with a new one, SR350. So it's going to be a 350 foot per second bow. If I'm not mistaken, 6.5 inch brace height on this. We just got these in, so I'm not 100% on them. 6 inch brace height. Same technologies. This one they've definitely beefed up. You can see through here is a beefier coming up to the limb. They've widened it out,
Like
and
you
they've
can tell
also
the difference
widened it out.
just between
So
these
if
two.
you look at here and then flip it. So look at your thickness here to here. So what they've done is they've given you so much platform right where it meets the limb. Give you a lot of base and platform to it. So sexy cam to me, I don't know why. It just aesthetics on a bow. You know, I want to see a sexy bow. This bow, you start looking at the cam, you look at the speed of this bow, and you think, oh man, speed bow, speed bow, speed bow. This thing's gonna be aggressive. And I was really kind of just shocked. Like, really smooth, dead, delightful bow.
I actually agree with what Bruce is saying too. Like, this reminds me of a Bowtech I shot about 5 years ago called the Bowtech Experience. Had big cams like this. I really like that look when they come down. And for some reason, when I see bows like this, I'm like, oh, it's probably a fast bow, because that was a real quick bow too. So it's like, we'll see. But yeah, with a bow like this, I like to see how quick it's going to want to cam over on me. Like, how much dwell is there?
Go ahead and try to let down.
Yeah.
It's like you almost have to push the string forward.
This is a great example. It wasn't the fastest bow, but
Yeah. Yeah, you almost have to try to cam the sucker over. And the draw is like, for a speed bow, feels like a...
This is an everyday bow, right?
Oh yeah. Like, I shoot the Revolt X right now, which is very similar to this, like as far as they're both 33 inch.
You got a little bit more brace height on yours? By
A little
5/8.
more brace, but for this being a much faster bow, the draw is quite comparable, so that's nice. And again, we do have it in the comfort, so I would be interested to see what this is like in the other setting. But yeah,
another thing they
thanks,
did here
Glenn.
too, so if you notice on yours, if you notice the dampening system is all inside. So it just brings it into that riser a little. I mean, it's a dead bow for what it is, especially, you know.
I like the feel of this a lot, and like I talked about my Bowtech experience, I think this is a good one to actually like contrast against that. That bow was also a very fast bow, but it had 0 dwell, so I mean, if you relax at all, it wouldn't just cam over. It thing would about tear your shoulder off. And like, my dad, he used to shoot that same bow, and he had to stop shooting it because it was just tearing the shit out of his shoulders. Whereas this bow is a speed bow as well, but again, I mean, I can't even cam it hardly without pushing forward, and it draws like a little baby. So
It's just dead and smooth on the shot.
yeah, we're at 71 pounds, so it's no like give me, but feels great. Of the three, this one has probably moved into the top spot for me, but none of them have been bad. I like all of them, so.
It's because you're a kid in a candy store right now, brother.
Right.
A lot smoother draw than the 80-pound, but
I'm waiting for the season to open.
So now what's the verdict on that grip?
no, I really like this grip. It's open. I feel like it's better for your hand. I don't know. It fits a lot better. Mine has wood plates on there that are kind of an older style, but might have to switch things up.
They're all liars. There's only 2 types. Those are the assholes.
Dead little bow, huh? You would just, everybody goes speedbow, and it's, they expect aggressive, jumpy, small dwell, and it's just, gosh dang, it's a nice package to have all that yumminess into a 350 foot per second bow.
Exactly.
And once you kind of figure out what you're doing,
That's a good bow. The other one wasn't bad, but this is a good bow.
What do you like about it the most? Is it the draw? Is it the dwell? Is it the feeling of deadness in your hand on shot?
I'd say the draw cycle is incredibly smooth,
All right.
and then there's very little effort in the back. I mean, you're not worrying about having to let it cam over or worrying about holding it back. You can only just focus on the pin and the shot.
Kind of nice, right? I mean, how many times you had an elk or a deer come out and just stops behind a tree, or it's like,
Sure.
come on,
Yeah,
I don't want to let down.
You could walk,
Right. Or just
around
hold on
with this
them.
thing and just hold it and wait and not have to worry about starting to shake, because the effort's just
That's hard, right? I mean, have you ever let down on an animal and have to pull right back?
Sure.
And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's like double the
right.
effort.
To let down, like you said, is almost, especially with something like this, you almost have to let it go, and then it's kind of a torque, and then to try to have to come right back to it. You know,
Well, if
you're
you
kind
tug
of
on your muscles,
kind
it's
of
gonna
fatigued
affect your
already.
shot.
Now your second draw is going to be a little off. So
Right.
that ability to be able to hold for just a little bit longer could make the difference for sure. Explain dead a little better. What I mean,
You're
that might be
you're about to
self-explanatory.
feel dead.
All right,
Meaning
maybe
when you
maybe we'll
shoot,
feel
there's
it.
no buzz, there's no recoil, there's
Sure.
there's nothing. It just feels like an arrow just launched, but you have
But you didn't
no
really know what
nothing in
happened.
your hand. Hold. Just amazes me. See what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
there's
It's just
you
nothing.
don't know if you pulled the trigger or not.
Yeah, well, that's a great way to look at it. It's just, when I first shot, I'm like, holy cow, this is a beautiful bow. But there's a lot of guys that like a shorter bow.
I would say more guys like short bows than more guys like big bows.
Yeah, I mean, you look at your western, eastern states, right? That's what it all boils down to. Is Eastern states, you're going to sit on a tree in a tree stand or a ground blind. You're going to have 30, 25, 20-yard shots. So short bows are great. The Western state hunters, your average shot starts at 40.
Seems like in these 4 bows, Bowtech's kind of expanded their reach.
Sure.
They've offered a shorter bow, a heavier bow for some hardos that want to say they pull 80, a longer draw cycle or a longer draw length. So it seems like they've maybe hit more of the market, which is going to be great.
That's actually
that more people can
that's
get
actually
Bowtechs.
point on way to say it. I mean, you want it, they got it, right? Giving you a lot of different options, for sure. That's a 33, right? But if you look at the cam size, right? They're almost the same thing. It's just you're making up more length with this bow because of the riser. But your cams are very similar. So they give you a very, very short bow, but a bigger cam for your string angle. Right? Because there's a lot of guys that want to shoot that shorter bow.
That's going to wrap it up today at the bow shop here, shooting all the brand new flagship bows from Bowtech. Like Matt said, they covered a ton of bases, got the 80-pound bow, the short axle to axle, and then everything kind of right in between. I really enjoyed them all. My personal favorite would probably be the, what's called SR350. SR350 would probably be my personal favorite, but I really like them all. And yeah, I appreciate you showing us through them.
Heck yeah, man. Always fun doing these videos with you, right?
Yep.
Number one, it's just fun hanging out, but number two, a lot of people out there. I always tell guys, when you start getting into this dollar amount of bow, you got a lot of technology in your hands here. I look at a bow personally, for me, how much geek can I get into my bow that I can tune on for you to be an awesome shooter? So you start looking at the technology here, what I can do, what they give you to work with. It's a beautiful thing. So shoot bows, man. You know what I mean? I always tell guys, don't buy a bow because of the name.
No.
Buy it because of the technology and what can be tuned for you as a shooter.
Yep. So when you guys watch this video on the 14th, head into the bow shop and shoot these bows, and like I said, and shoot some of the other brands and walk out with which one works best for you, because the bow that works best for me may not be the best that works for you. So that's why it's really important to come in, shoot them all, and go from there. But thanks, man.
Bro, it's fun.
Yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Longer, it's okay. I want to leave you a little bit.
Matt, stoked you brought it in.
I guess I am too.
You got some stuff. Oh, nice.
And the most unbelievable place you'd ever think you'd see. Saw 2 big ones. The one was a bullwhip, a big spin before. And you have a place down there or something? Yeah. We're at Odyssey Cortez, south of LA Bay.
Ooh, I like that.
It's got some heat, huh?
Yeah, that feels good.
I love that release, dude.